Barry Gordy quotes, I have this ability to find this hidden talent in people that sometimes even they didn't know they had. Barry Gordy, arguably the greatest record man, Motown Records founder, composer, musician, producer, filmmaker, concept maker, you name it, talent scout. You know, pardon me, when you talk about a man in music, he's the first one that comes to mind because what he did in Motown was incredible. I mean, he built careers. We talking long time careers. We're talking about a who's who, some of the most important artists ever. When your right hand man is the great legendary Smokey Robinson as a songwriter, when you have a protege like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Diana Ross, then you get to Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, Lionel Richie, then you get to Rick James. You think about some of the names that have come through that label, some of the artistry that's come through that label, you know, and people that still have careers, people that had longevity, the Elder Barge. You think about so many great talents that were on that label and had long careers and got into so much and got even bigger, but they had careers. And Barry Gordy was a man who was pushing careers. He was totally flipped to what you see with this industry. This industry about turning you over quick. He made you have a career. So people signed through Motown. You had Isley Brothers, Glass Name Pips, came through there and had long careers post. You know, he mainly made sure that you had a career. It wasn't just a job; it was a career. The Four Tops, Temptations. You think about the names, you think about the places, Supreme, Jackson 5, careers. That's what he brought. That's what he emphasized, you know. And that's what makes, when you think about the label and you think about everything that goes on, that's what makes it so compelling because it's about having artists that have longevity, have impact, and they have showmanship and professionalism and they can still go in places and still make it. But he brought up a good point. One of the things that I noticed with him is everybody said the same thing. He was not a settler. He would always challenge you. I remember Lionel Richie talked about when he came out with his debut album. He said, "Okay, well, give me something, but you got can't slow down." Rick James kept on. He always made and Marvin Gaye kept his albums going, and of course Stevie Wonder. They didn't just settle on just a hit song or two. They wanted to make records that were standards. Because Barry Gordy was about putting his name to quality. And he had expectations. And those acts were met. His staff writers, he had tiers to it. But he had cats that could write charts, could write hits. He had Holland, Doja Holland, you know, Barrett Strong, Mickey Stevenson, a lot of Willie Hutch did work for him. Uh, Norman Whitfield. I'm just thinking of all the names off the top of my head. And the talent was like a who's who. But the thing about it is he built in the in-house with the kind of talent that could deliver hit material and keep you with a hit song. So he always challenged and he made sure that you understood the nuances, the fine attention to detail. That's what great hit making artistry does. It doesn't let you just settle and be happy that you got a couple of hits. We want full five. That's the kind of attitude you gotta have to make it in the long term if you want to have a long term career. And he was definitely about that, emphasizing it. So, one of the most important music figures ever in the history of music. Period. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.